Well, good morning, everyone. This is Lonnie Fox Raymond, and you are watching the Michigan Men's Masters Team event. This is the first round of a round robin bracket. Team Michigan versus Team Seyberts. So, good starting matches. So it's got Team Seyberts. It's got Cody Myers, Joey Crook, Jared Coley, Rick Matzke, and Troy Gunner versus Team Michigan, which is Brent Canine, Mark Velasquez, Houston Rodriguez, Tyson Greer, and Benny Alvarado. And I actually think Team Michigan won this event last year. So, all right. Rack 1 is done. Let's see. With Cody Myers putting a good starting 10-1 on Brent Canine to get rolling. All right, so the way this works here at the Michigan VNEA is it is ball count. So it's if you win the game, you get 10 points. If you lose the game, you get however many balls you have pocketed. So obviously, if you didn't win, you could only have a possible high of 7. And it looks like Cody Myers had a nice little break and run there, winning 10-1 to get this team rolling. Up on the left, you got Joey Crook versus Mark Velasquez. And on the right, you're going to have Jared Coley break in against Houston Rodriguez. Yeah, I'm a bit of a grinder, Jordan. I actually asked for this team match to be put on the stream. So here we are. Ready to go first thing in the morning. I don't know if I'm super excited about being ready to go first thing in the morning, but I am here. All right, so on the right, Jared Coley to break. All right, Mark's back at the table on the left. Let me bring that in just a little bit. So this is tough, right? I did a split screen for the team matches because of so many reasons, but it's so much easier to see both tables. I could have easily panned and set my cameras up center to these tables, which I may still do. I'm going to do a little testing and tuning maybe later today to get both tables in one camera view, but this works for now. Tables are a little bit farther apart than in most venues because they gave me 2 streaming tables. All right, so Joey got a nice bump there. He should have a clean shot on the 7. The only problem here on the left-hand view is he's going to have to put a nice stroke on this ball to get back out and around for the 5 in the lower left. Houston took the combination to start. So the way it works in Valley is first shot after the break. You can shoot a stripe into a solid. You can shoot a stripe into a solid, and even the A ball is neutral in the first shot of the rack in VNEA. But after that, it is no longer neutral. All right, so Mark's back at the table. Like I said, Team Michigan are the returning champions from last year. Well, he might have gone a little fortunate. He might have left Joey very, very froze up to that 10 ball. We'll see if Joey can see the edge of the 7. Oh, he's not taking no time, so should be fine. Houston has missed the ball and taken the left-hand lower pocket from Jared on the right side of the screen. So Jared has stripes to start. I would think he's going to go after this, get this 10 out early, just like that. Oh, I don't know if that ball goes in the side, but if it does, other than the awkward queuing, he's looking pretty good. Everything's open for Jared on table 6. Or is that 5? That's table 6. to the right. All right, so Joey makes the 7. He's got to shoot the. He's got. Oh, did he hook himself from the 8? He may have. All right, so Jared's going to be queuing over the 1, but should be fine. Just roll that ball in. I always tell people, if you're queuing awkwardly over a ball, keep your strokes small. If you use big strokes, see how Jared's taking little bitty baby strokes there? You want little bitty baby strokes. You don't lose accuracy when you do that. He missed the ball, but that's he was queuing properly there. When you're elevated, you're already at an unnatural position. So using big giant strokes when you're elevated over a ball will, you know, increase your percentage of, you know, you lose accuracy that way. Sorry, it's 8:22 in the morning. I don't usually talk until I'm, you know, 3 cups of coffee in. Oh, Joey swishes it. How do you like that, folks? Swish. All right, so that's a 10-3 win for Joey because Mark has 4 balls still on the table. So Joey was successful there. As soon as they update their score, we'll update it for you as well. There we go. They have not put in Mark's score, just Joey's. There we go. All right, so I know this is kind of difficult to see at home. I apologize for that. Doing our best. We want to be able to give you, at least give you the score sheet where you can see it. So the total score right now is 20-4. But we're only in round 1. It looks like Seyberts did win the flip, I'm assuming. Or maybe it's predetermined based on the round robin if you have first round breaks. But Seyberts does have all the breaks in round 1. Right, Houston makes a nice cut into the side with the 5 ball. And he's underneath the 1 just a tad. So he's got to be really mindful where the cue ball's going to track. I don't know if bumping the 8 is even a concern, but oh. All right, so on the left, we've got Rick Matsky from Team Seyberts breaking the balls, and Tyson Greer from Team Michigan. Houston's left himself a little awkward on the 8. It's going to take a good solid shot on this 8 ball. For you guys who don't know, Houston Rodriguez is one of the best players in the state of Michigan. One of the absolute best. Kid plays great. He's not a kid anymore, but he used to be to me. Hey, swish it. Another great shot on the 8 ball. This time by Team Michigan. Houston's trying to stop the bleed from round 1. I feel as though when it's your break, your team should be controlling the match. And so, like, next round will be Team Michigan's break, and they should hold serve. Like, when it's their break, especially in the men's masters, if it's your break, you should be winning. I'm not saying that you're going to, but you should be. So there we go. Let me see if I can. No, I'm not touching their score sheet. So I have admin rights to their score sheet so that I can put it on the stream. But, oh, nope. Nope. All right, so 10-1. I gotta be careful. I'm catching myself accidentally altering their score sheet, which would be a complete no-no. Obviously, we don't want to do that. So Rick Maskey is the, he's the head guy in charge over there at Seyberts. All right, so there we go. I think they refreshed the score. It should be 21-14, only a 7-point swing. I fully expect this match to be real close. Now, this is round robin. There are 7 teams here in the men's masters division here at Michigan State Championships. And I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but when you put, 5-man teams together of some of Michigan's better teams, it's quite the battle. But in round robin format, they have to play these matches all the way through. They have to play them all the way through. And so you're going to watch, 25. I think there's 4 rounds or 5. Let me scroll. Yeah, so there's 5 rounds. And if at the end of the 5th round they are dead even tied, they replay the last round and flip for whoever gets the first break. So in the last round, the way it works is the first round's home team, second round is visitors team breaking, 3rd round home team again, 4th round visitors, and then in the 5th round, they alternate. So home team gets breaks 1, 3, and 5. That's why you try to win the flip, because you want, 3 breaks out of 5 in the 5th round. So lots of cool stuff with VNEA. I like the way they score. But with the ball count, it makes them very, very tight, very close matches. Because, if you're winning, but yet your opponent's constantly getting a 6 or a 7, that's not it's not a big gap, so it's not just win-loss. Ball count is very important in these types of events. All right, nice little containing safety there for Troy. Just kind of trying to open some balls up, make them passable. All right, so Benny's going to make a good solid hit on the 14 ball. I don't know. Troy probably has that 7 ball. If he does, this could be a start the bus situation for Benny. All right, so Matsky at the table, trying to make decent work of this rack here. It's nice to see Rick playing again. Rick had quit playing for a lot of years. It's nice to see him back out competing. Kind of fun for those of us who were around back in his monster days. Although I don't know how he's not freezing without pants and socks on. because it's cold in this casino. All right, this is looking pretty solid. I know Rick has been playing in a lot of those ghost tournaments. I so want to get into one of those, but my table is getting redone, so... Ooh, wiped his feet a little on the left. Got the 8 ball pretty straight. So I'll pocket that ball. So unfortunately, that 3 ball, and I don't know that he has a shot on the 3, and I think the 13 may have gotten in the game there. He could use the 3 to bump the 13 and get shape on the 2. Nice out there for Rick Matsky. Rick Matsky in business. All right, let's see. Let's see. All right, 31 to 18. Going and Troy playing the last game in round 1. Cody Myers and Mark Velasquez will be starting second round on the first table, table 5. All right, so Troy hit that ball really good, and if he gets down here under this ball, if he got down there under that straight ball, he's sitting real good to get out here. I can't tell if he got there on the 3. I think being under that ball, I don't know if I would have tried to catch a window, but I want to get under it. All right. Good morning, J. David. Hola, ¿cómo está? Oh, he hits it so good. Ooh, Troy, that was sporty. Guy's sick. Unreal. So nice shot there by Troy. Swishes it in. Draws nicely. I think he can just, I don't know if he can just stop the 2, but if not, he can slide it just a hair to the bottom, towards the bottom of the table for the 8 on the other side. Yeah, good shot. Yay. All right, so there's 5 balls on the table. So that's a 10-2 win for Troy Gunner. Team Seyberts takes the first round 41 to 20. So come out with a real strong first round lead. But we know how this works. It won't take long. So these guys are playing a round robin. You guys can see it right there. All right, so it's a 41 to 20. Joe Crook is going to be watching while Houston Rodriguez from Team Michigan breaks second round. Hey guys, what's going on? I'm glad you guys are still watching. Sorry, I've been just basically playing some music and letting people watch the stream. I know there's only like 7 or 8 people watching this morning. Nobody likes to watch pool. Nobody likes to watch pool at 9 o'clock in the morning, I don't think. But I've had some tech stuff I've had to take care of. I had a small business conversation with Dean Raisler, the president of the WPBA. He's here helping do some stuff here at the Soaring Eagle. He is a great help to the VNEA state championships. So I had to do some chatting with him. We're kind of making some plans for the World 8-Ball that's coming up shortly here in July. All right, so the current score is 71-32 in favor of Team Seyberts. They are now here. This is round robin. So these guys have to play this match all the way to the end. So it doesn't matter if another team, if they're smoking them, right? Like right now they're up like 40 balls, right? Doesn't matter if they get to the point of mathematical elimination and Team Michigan or Team Seyberts can't catch up. They still got to finish the match out. So with round robin, that's the way it works. They have to play every team to the fullest, and then they take total points or games won. I don't know what the algorithm they're going to use is. I think it's score plus match wins, and then their opponent's scores. So I think it has something to do with that. I think they're going to take scores first. Oh, hi, Lincoln. What's up? Your daddy is playing on the right. Looks like he's playing pretty good. Had a tough, he had to play Houston first round, so Houston just basically ran out on him. No bueno. All right, so on the left, it looks like we have Brent K9 playing Rick Matsky. No, Matsky just played. Brent is playing Troy Gunner. We're in the second round, last rack of the second round. All right, so he's cheering him on. Yay, go, Daddy. Woo-woo. Please don't ever tell Jared that I just said that. That I just called him Daddy. That's weird. That's so weird. Okay, so the score is currently 71 in ball count to 32. 40-point difference at the moment, but Jared and Troy are and Brent are in the they're the last two to play in the second round. All right, so that's a good shot for Jared. He's just going to probably pocket this 11, roll forward to take. I don't know if he's going to try to come all the way underneath that 8 or if he's just going to accept it, right? Roll the cue ball forward a little bit and just take the cut on the 8. Another thing he could do, though, honestly, is instead of doing that, he could pocket the 11 and draw it back and just cut the 8 in past the 3. So there's a couple different options here for Jared. If he wants to go forward, he can, but he has to make sure he doesn't end up under the 2. All right, so he accepted the roll forward. I think that was a much more intelligent play. All right, and Brent is in a bit of a predicament here. He has hooked himself. The 1 doesn't go past the 10. And this, he cannot see the 7, and that's on the left side of your screen. All right, so Jared Coley wins 10-4. 10-4. Good shot over Tyson Greer. So that's a good one because that'll make it 81-36, if I'm correct in my scoring. Yes, sir, 81-36. Going into the third round, Cody Myers to break against Houston Rodriguez. That's going to be a great matchup in these two teams. We'll see if Houston can get something rolling for Team Michigan. The Team Michigan is the returning champions of this event from last year. All right. Good morning, Beamer. Thank you for tuning in. I know it's early. Good team matchup, though. I kind of have just muted the mic and let music play in the background. Team pool can be a little bit difficult to keep up with when you've got two tables rolling at the same time as far as commentary is concerned. All right, so I think Brent is in a bit of a spot here. I don't know what he can do. All right, Cody lost the rock. Houston comes to the table with ball in hand. It is behind the line in VNEA. All right, so Troy comes to the table. Doesn't have ball in hand, but it's fairly open. He's doubled up on the 15, the 11, 15. He could back cut the 12. 14 doesn't go at the moment past the 7, but depending on how he chooses to get out, he can get back to that 14 ball. Okay. So Troy and Brent are the last game in round 2. Cody and Houston are the first game in round 3. All right, I think Houston thought he overcut that ball for a second, just based on body language. Right, so he is probably going to just roll this forward a little bit, shooting the 6 next. So he's going to shoot the 2 up table in the top right corner pocket. I'm referring to Houston. He may have just hooked himself. He is going to have to play the 4. It's not your favorite. Cueing awkwardly, cutting the eyeballs off of this 4, but what's really crazy is that the cue ball is going to be traveling at a pretty high pace. Looks like he's trying to slow the cue ball down with some little outside drag. He's going to stay in the window, doesn't want to go too far, doesn't want to end up under this stripe ball. Ooh, got a little fortunate there for Houston. All right, so I think Troy was intending to try to get on the 14 ball, which he has. He can cut that to the bottom right-hand corner. This is on the left side of your screen. Troy's shooting stripes. So Houston's just going to make on the top, on the right-hand side of your screen. Yeah, Houston's going to drag that cue ball around. He'd rather, he did not want to bump it. He did not want to bump that ball. Now he is forced to have to come up with some kind of great hero shot to make the 8. All right. So I know Troy's really focused on this 14 ball, but I just don't know how Troy can make this and bring the cue ball. I mean, he's going to have to drain it, withdraw, miss the 7, come 2 rails under the 7, back out for the 10. I don't know if he can dig in enough. Maybe he can. Yeah, like that. I was going to say, I don't know if he could dig in enough to actually draw 1 reel across. Yeah, so basically, it looks as though Troy's under the 10 just a tad too much. Trying to get under that 8 to play a safety is, in my opinion, super tough. Houston's trying to make something happen. All right, so Jared comes to the table. Oops, no, it's Cody. Jared already won his game. Cody's coming to the table. All right, well, it's a good shot. Not a great leave. But this is going to work out okay. He's left Brent about as tough as he can leave him on a bar table. Oh, no. Oh, and he's going to get away with it. Brutal. You're like, bro. Cody, what's going on? So crazy the things that can happen in pool. When, like, the shots that you'll miss that you're just like, no way. Did I really just do that? It's very daunting at times. Humbling would be the better word. It's very humbling. All right, so I'm just trying to figure out what's going on here. I got a few things to fix up on the computer, guys. Enjoy the match. I'll be right back with you. And yeah. Nice, safe, Cody. Michael, you're funny. All right, so we got a long day of this round robin with the men's masters team. So there's going to be some great matchups. So make sure you guys are sharing, liking, and subscribing the stream. My name is Lonnie Fox Raymond, and you are watching LFR Live. All right, guys, what's happening? How's this going? There you go. I had to do some back-end tech work. Score is currently 97 to 51. Houston just gets a win over Cody, 10-6. You got Joey Crook on your left playing Tyson Greer. And Jared Coley playing Benny Alvarado on your right. All right, so looks like Benny's really trying to dig in here. These guys are down by 40 points, 46 points to be exact. Team Michigan is down 46 points. So Team Seyberts is wanting to dig in their heels and just keep on pushing. Since this is a round robin format, they will have to play this match all the way to the end. So we have, we're starting round 3. We got 2 more to go after that. So the 13 ball on the right side table, table 6, is in a really weird spot, and I think Benny's trying to get there right now, which he may very well have just done. But here's where it gets super tricky. Like, yeah, he can make the 13 in the bottom left-hand corner. The problem is how does he get back to the 9? He's got to play with some draw. If he plays it with draw, he's likely to hit the 3. That could be a little dangerous. So he's got to be careful. If he plays the 13, he's going to hit the 3. He loses the scratch. All right, Jared Coley comes to the table, and he's got ball in hand. Nothing really tied up. Just got to make the good decisions from here. See if Jared can make some good decisions. Oh, Tyson just on the left just makes a terrible error on the 4 ball because Joey's going to come back to the table. Now, he actually, to be honest with you, after Tyson walks away and I can see the table a little bit, he didn't leave Joey a whole lot. Yeah, I definitely didn't leave Joey much. Okay, that's good. This is going to work out okay for Joe. Yeah, that's going to work out real good for Joe. All right, Jared's picked his starting ball, and he's off. My husband walks up and we have a projector streaming the stream behind us for this event, so the people out in the masses can see it. And so he come up, and the first thing he does after coming in the room is he goes over and fixes the projector screen. Oh, Bob must have just wiggled my camera when you scooted your chair in, probably. It's bouncing now. It'll be okay. the first time I've noticed it wiggling though today. All right, sorry guys, doing a little tech behind the scenes stuff because with team events, the scoreboards are super hard to see. So we're trying to find a way where you guys could see the team names and the actual round that they're playing in. I'm going to have to go do some work after this match on some graphic stuff because I feel like that's very boring. So I need to go in and do a little bit of adjusting because I don't like it. I'm very picky. Okay, hopefully that's a little better. I really want them to move those chairs to the sides. I know, we had them to the sides when we started, and somebody pushed them both to the middle. So after this match, I may actually go have someone move the chairs to the side so I can use that backboard for some logos and stuff. You're right. Well, I don't know who has what at this point because we've been doing so much back end work. It looks as though we're gonna refresh the score. There we go. Let's get that score around in there. All right, so there's a current score line, guys. It is 111 to 66 in favor of Team Seyberts. Now, up until this particular point right here, Team Seyberts has been pretty dominant in the match. But this last round here, Houston and Tyson both came with wins. And so that's what Team Michigan needed to happen. This match will get played all the way through 5 rounds. No matter what happens, ball count-wise or until they're mathematically eliminated, doesn't matter in round robin. They have to play all 5 rounds. And I do believe it's going to end up with like your scores, your total score first. So ball count is going to matter. And then match wins will come next, if I'm correct. And then if it comes down to it, it'll come down to whose team gave up the least amount of balls. I think that's the third way of managing the yeah, it's just the way CompuSports scores sheets work, you know. No, they won't. No, you guys, my husband's talking to me. I can't get him to put a damn headset on where he could just talk to me. But he'll sit back here and talk to me the whole time. Oh. All right, so it looks like Velasquez, he's got some work to do over there. He is playing Troy Gunter from Team Seyberts, and then Rick Matsky is playing Brent Canine from Team Michigan. Brent's at the table right now. So both players at the table are from Team Michigan, trying to get some points back in this matchup, give themselves half a chance. Ooh, that's a good shot by Brent. He doesn't want to fall straight. I don't know what he's going to do here, what his intention is on the 4 ball. If he's going to try to draw and get underneath it, if he can catch the window under the 13 ball for the 8 in the side. I do kind of feel like if he draws this 4, he could catch that window under the 13. He absolutely could. He may even be able to spin throw it and catch the window between the 9, 12. I think it's the 9 and the 12 there in the middle of the table. He'll come off the rail and back through that gap. But he's got to get under the 8. That's my opinion. I don't think it, I mean, he may be able to get it He's looking at it like maybe he's trying to get under it to the side. I don't know about that. Let's see. Just like this. He's going to overhit it. He may get away with it, though. He sure has. I thought he overhit that. Thank God for the 15 ball, eh? All right, big win for Team Michigan. Brent Canine coming with the guns. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a 10-0 for Brent Canine. Trying to help his team get back in this match and get close as possible. And they need to get as close as possible if they're not going to. If they can win, that's great. But if not, they want to get as close as possible. They want their match score to be as close as possible. Good morning, everyone. If you guys are interested in donating to the stream, you can donate via PayPal. You can donate on Venmo. You can also donate through Super Chats, which is a little money box symbol next to the chat.
I told Cassie, I play so bad.
Cassie, I did not. Houston. Houston's wife. Girl. Yeah. I didn't say he sucked real bad. No. You're what? The best at sucking? Oh, you're the best dad in the land. I bet Cassie would agree with that.
That's right.
Yeah, it's hard to be a good dad and a good pool player. Yeah, he's showing his guns right now, Cassie, just so you know. Well, they're showing me the gun show. Houston's a great dude. He's one of the best, actually, in my opinion. Just an all-around good guy, loves his family, puts them first every time. Still able to play high-level pool, too, which is pretty impressive, to be honest. All right, let's see what the refresh is here. That was really close. I don't know how we do. He calls it in the side pocket. Almost drains it. Wow. Go Troy Gunner. It's pretty impressive. All right, so I got too many of these dudes trying to talk to me right now. So Troy and Mark are finishing the 5th game in the last round. Cody and oh no, it's Troy and Mark. And then Cody and Tyson. So the score is currently 111 to 76. I'm gonna refresh just to be sure. Yep, I think so. All right, Troy's playing Mark right now. Almost makes some outrageous kick shot on the 13. Lays it right in the pocket, putting all the heat back on Mark. I think Mark's going to have to play a safety here. I don't think that... The unfortunate part is if he doesn't play a lockup safety, Troy's ball is literally right in front of the pocket. I mean, he tried to play a lockup safety last time, and Troy damn near kicked it in. And then you got Cody and Tyson playing on your right. 3 ball is a little funky. Not so sure how Cody intends to get on that ball. And the 8 ball is right there with it. Cody's got a good pool mind for 8 ball, though. That's one thing I will say. I think he's one of the better 8 ball players that I know, because he does have a great pool mind. And you can't just be a ball maker. You have to have a pool mind as well. You have to be able to think clearly. You have to make good decisions. Those are all really important parts about being a good 8 ball player. And Chrissy, Cody's wife, is sitting in the hot seat of the Women's Masters division. So shout out to her. She's having a great event. These guys have had a good tournament. Cody's had a good tournament. He took 2nd in the 9 ball, won the Masters 8 ball. Him and his wife got 2nd in the Masters Scotch. They're just cleaning house pretty good here at this event this weekend. Wow. Snaps for Troy Gunner on that jump shot. I wonder if I can clip that. I don't think I have the replay added. Is she subscribed? Yeah, so Cassie, if you want to chat, you have, I don't know that you have to be a subscriber, but you should be able, if you're watching it, tap your screen, and when the little boxes come up that have, you know, for messages or whatever, click on that, and you should be able to tap on it and chat from there. Michael. Anyway, Troy, that was a good win for Troy Gunner and Team Seyberts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a 10-1 over mark. Let's refresh that. Wonder if I can just refresh. Wonder what it will do. All right, guys, bear with me. I'm going to try to refresh it. Oh, that did not work. Okay, just kidding. We're going to have to get out of here and go back to my bracket now because I have messed that up. Nope, that did not work. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. We're gonna go. I hope I'm not messing up Tony's stuff. Does Houston play again? Hold on just a second, guys. I gotta get my bracket back up. I done screwed that up. I don't know why it's not letting me get the scoreboard, but hold on just a second, guys. I don't know when Cody or Houston is back up curly. The CompuSport system is very difficult to get their score sheet from, so I'm trying to figure out how to get it. All right. All right, let me see. I'm gonna mute myself, guys. Enjoy. There's some music in the background, so you guys should be all right for a few minutes. I'm gonna try to get some tech situations resolved. All right, guys. So I have a special guest in the booth with me, Miss Sarah Church.
Good morning.
All right. So Sarah's like, "Hey, can I come hang out with you?" I'm like, "Yeah, absolutely." All right. So at the moment, I'm gonna refresh the score just to make sure that I know what the actual score is. All right. So they are in the 4th round. And Benny is playing Joey Crook. And it looks like Matsky should be up with Mark Velasquez. So, yeah, Matsky and Mark are on the right. Joey Crook and Benny Alvarado are on your left. The score is currently 132 to 87.
Look, Joe's got some awkward queuing on the.
Well,
Ooh,
the
nice
one
shot.
really good thing here in Michigan VNEA is that these new Valley tables have flush pockets.
Yes, very nice.
So it makes it very nice to strike a ball.
What's he gonna do with the 13 though? Maybe play it safe right now.
He could. He could. It does lead itself. I don't know if he can do. I wonder if he can draw back from this 15 and pop it out of there.
It does look like he has a little bit of that backward angle.
I mean, I don't think he can go forward with it and do anything with it. I think he's a tad under the 15. But if he could miss the 11, something else he could do too is just roll up to this right long rail and just make sure he stays under the 11 enough. But the only thing I don't like about that is the 8 is right in front of the side pocket. So if he comes at it from that direction, it could be dangerous. Oh, he's just going to play safe. I like that. And he puts that ball a little closer to the pocket, so
Interesting, he left that ball to play with. So
Yeah.
that was smart.
yeah, because he didn't have to.
Right.
Good morning, Franklin Arrow.
Hi, Frank.
Curly, that's funny. He hopes you're doing so well. He said he hasn't seen you in forever. It's all right. So there's some other really good teams here. You've got the Team Triple 60 with Ryan Hogans and Jose Lero, Aaron Caniglio, Tony Miller, and Jonas Bunch, which is a super good team. Just the Tip, the Hellcats, Team That's Right. I don't really know some of their rosters, but I'm sure I will once I see them play. I'm very familiar with most of the men's masters here in Michigan. But with round robin, they have to play all 5 rounds, all the way to the end. And so he drains. I thought for sure he was going to drain the bank. All right, so Joey's safety was successful.
Okay, time to do work.
Very successful. Who'd have thought it? Joey was that smart? I'm just kidding, by the way. I love Joey Crook. He's from my hometown. Matter of fact, I've done his hair since he was like 17.
Nice. I've
So
played
there's
doubles
that.
with Joey before. It was a lot of fun, and he plays great.
Yeah, I've got some pretty funny stories about Joey when he was little, but I'm not going to tell everybody on the stream about those.
Just come up to that next rail.
Yeah. He probably,
He's thinking about it. Make sure.
yeah, I'm thinking he's going to draw out of this.
Hmm.
He's going to draw it out
Play the.
and play the ball in the same pocket, but I don't really know, but he sure does look like he's digging into it a bit.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Joey plays a lot of draw.
Okay.
I found that out over the years, just getting to know him more. And the 8 does just go in, so I'd like to see him just level cue this and
Just
make the ball,
Yeah.
go back and forth. No,
There we go.
I didn't know he could hold that ball. That's
It
great.
was straighter than we could see.
Yeah, these views can be a little, screwy. And Rick is playing exceptionally well. He's had a couple nice outs in this match.
He's got a great stroke.
Oh. All right, so Joey, winner 10-6
Good job,
over
Joey.
Mark.
Lonnie has to refresh every time to get the scores
Every
on the screen.
time.
She's putting in a lot of work over here.
It's not my favorite. I'm not gonna lie. All right, so the only thing I don't. Whoop, I'm about to change.
Oh,
Teams.
Ashley's in there. Hi,
Yep.
Ashley. Hi, Lincoln. Is Jen in there?
I have no idea. I'm gonna guess yes.
My life coach.
Life coach. I think Jen's everybody's life coach. It's brutal.
Yeah, it might be.
All right, so I may have to make some adjustments on my screen capture because it doesn't go all the way to round 5 in my view. So more adjustments to be made.
Oh, I see. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, so because it's just a screen capture, I'm going to have to make some adjustments on where I capture the screen at, right, to bring in the score sheet. So, but I want to be able to see the name, so Bob and I did some discussing on that after he
Yeah.
came down from watching it. I get it from my mom. That's a Joey.
Good morning, Ruthie, also.
That's a Joey thing right there. I get it from my mom. That's one of those stories where
Oh, he
we-
broke track.
we got stories about Joey when he was young. Like, I get it from my mom. That's one of Joey's things.
All right, Troy gets to look at an open table. I bet
Troy.
he's happy about that. Looks good.
Well, and Troy's playing Team Michigan's, in my opinion, best player on the team, Houston Rodriguez. I mean, I guess they could argue with me if they wanted.
They could.
Probably not winning, but they could argue.
It's a good team, though.
They're the returning champions from last year.
Oh, nice. Didn't know.
It's like we're running into Team Seyberts. Running into Team Seyberts is like running into a buzzsaw at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, that's
That's
rough
brutal.
action.
Yeah, it's brutal. But then again, Team Triple 60 is also a force, so we'll see how this tournament goes as they round robin their way out. The only bad thing about the round robin format is that they can't see each other's scores except when they're on the stream. So really, Team Seyberts making a big statement here early to any teams that are watching the stream. They're going to see how dominant Team Seyberts is coming out this morning. And so I guess every team that ends up on the stream will have a little disadvantage because the other teams will know. Yeah.
Mhm.
But other than that, their brackets are not public. So you will not be able to see how their scores are.
Oh, he hit that good. Nice break, Cody. Oh, what ball is that by the 3? Is that the 4? Yeah.
Yeah.
I resist the urge to stand up and look at the tables in real life.
Houston was born with a natural stroke. I would agree with that. He just came with it. I feel like there's a few people like that out in the world, actually.
You?
I feel as though I might also have that same tendency.
You just knew how to draw from the gate.
Well, I started off, I got really lucky because I was surrounded by great players like Troy Gunner, Tim Roberts at a very young age. And when I picked up a cue, I already knew what someone was supposed to look like with it. And so some reason I was able to emulate that at a very young age. And I feel as though Houston also, I mean, his daddy used to do a little gambling. Matter of fact, I had played his dad before for a little bit of money over the years. And And so Houston already had some idea of what pool was, you know? And so there's that. Um, Houston is literally one of my favorite people, not just players, though.
Good guy.
Yeah, very good guy. All right, so Troy's shaking his head a
Ooh.
little bit over there.
Uncharacteristic miss from both Troy and Cody. But that happens. That's cool.
Yes, it is.
And it is 10 o'clock in the morning.
And we started this at 8. So, and this is the thing, like, they're going to be in for a pretty long day because they have to play these matches all the way out. So,
Has to get it done today.
yeah. Well, it's no, because it's round robin. They don't play till mathematical elimination.
Oh.
They play all 5 rounds. So we're
Really?
going to see
Oh, because
a
of
lot of
that?
2-hour, 2.5-hour matches. Yeah, because that's the only way that they can decide a winner in round robin format.
Yep.
Like if you get mathematically eliminated and they cut off your score right where you lost at, but you didn't play the whole match out, and the other team that you know is in contention with you played their whole match out, you might be down 40 points that you
Yeah.
didn't even get a chance to make, you know,
Yep,
a
I
few
see what you're
balls.
saying.
Yeah. All right. So Benny is at the table on your right. That's Benny Alvarado. He's a little bit of an OG in Michigan,
Yep. Been seeing him here a long time.
part of Team Michigan there. And who is Benny playing? He's playing Cody. So Houston just rolled that in, used all the pocket on that shot. All of the pocket. Ooh, nice hit.
Oh.
Oh, it's dark in there. Don't do it, Benny. My instincts are like, Benny and the Jets. I feel like that's what they should have named their team.
Yes.
All right, so Cody gets back to the table after a very uncharacteristic miss with ball in hand, which I'm sure he's happy about.
Hold on a second, what?
Yeah, I favor him getting out here.
Yeah. Right. Now, ultimately, I think Cody would have probably preferred to play the 12 first and then the 15 just to leave himself options, but it doesn't really matter because... But leaving the 15 first means that you can either get under it or you can still get above it if you need to. I'm kind of weird about staying in the line of the shot, but there is no exact way with the balls that simple.
Yeah.
You can just do whatever lands best for you.
Yeah. It's far away from the rail. It's not tied up to anything.
Yeah, see, that's the only reason why I was like, ooh, because don't get me wrong, Cody's going to make this ball. I'm not real worried about that part, but
But
if
straight
he'd
in
have,
under
yeah,
it.
if he'd gotten, you know, awkward, that could have been really bad. All right, so he shoots that great 10-3 for the win for Cody in the first rack of round 5. Let me do something here. I'm gonna try to.
Cody's having a good weekend.
He's having a great weekend. Oh, don't do that. Not exactly what I was trying to do. I'm going to have to make some adjustments here, guys, but I'm not there yet, but
So we got Brent and Joey. Brent's break, right? Oh, I see they're alternating breaks in the last round.
yeah.
And then on the left, we got Jared. Jared and Mark. And Jared gets to break.
Yep, we're going to refresh our score. Just a second. Refreshing. It's brutal. Okay. All right, so the score is 164 to 106, currently in favor of Team Seyberts, which is the left-hand column for you guys at home. And it looks like Cody and Benny just completed their rack. Troy and Houston. Houston was successful there. Joey and Brett. They have 4 games left. So there's no possible way that Team Michigan can actually win the match, but they can keep the score line a little closer if they were to knock off these next 4 racks. And ultimately, that's what you want to do because it goes to score to, from, you know, score, match wins, blah, 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 blah. So total score, I'm guessing, is how, or is it by matches won first?
I think first, and then if you have then
Close
you go to
tied
score after
matches,
that.
yeah.
So it does matter, which is hard.
Especially when nobody knows.
So just the men's is the round robin, not the women's?
Yeah, the women's
Okay.
is just bracket play. Him and his little headset, John Stitch, he's always on this phone. He's always got his headset on. He's always just chatting away.
That is one productive gentleman.
He is a busy man. Busy man. Right. Nice. Nice thin cut there. All right, so Brian has a couple opportunities here. He can play the 7 and break that ball out right now.
He's looking at it.
Yeah. So Brent's on the right. Jared Coley is shooting on the left from Team Seyberts.
Trying to envision after the breakout where the cue ball is going to go. It'll run up. It'll stay up. Nice.
Only bad thing is he did get a little funky monkey down there.
Wondering if he can play that 3 and then come back off the rail enough to see the 5.
Yeah, he'll just probably play this with some draw.
Yeah.
He's got to cut it. I mean, it's a pretty steep cut to the right-hand top pocket, but he should be fine to do that.
Brent plays real good. I actually had to play him in Jackson not that long ago. Great player. Oh, he went the other way.
He went to, so that he could go 3 rails around for the cue ball.
Natural.
Yeah, good shot. All right, what does Jared have over on the left? Does he have stripes or solids? Solids, right? Is he in the window of the 5?
Does that 5 have a window?
Oh, yeah. Clearly. He's going for it.
Oh, nice shot. I thought they-
Oh, it's dark in there. It's just brutal.
Off the 10.
Catches the window on the 5 and then gets that roll. That's brutal. I mean, that's exactly what Team Michigan needs, though. They need these rolls in this last round to try to get real close in points. Even if they win all 4 games, they're still going to be about 20 points shy of winning. If this was mathematical elimination, they would already be out. They would have been eliminated. The best they can do is 146, and Team Seyberts has 164. All right, so Mark Velasquez. All right, Brent's making a nice little run. 3, 4, 5, 6, that'd be a 10-1 win. for Team Michigan. Brent makes this. Nice. Oh, woo. All right, nice win over Joey Crook. Brent Canine, 10-1. 165 to 116. $26 with 36. Yeah, 146 is the best they can do. So I know this is tough action this early in the morning, right? To watch some when we started at 8 a.m. So I was down here at 20 after, I think, 7, trying to get things set up, trying to figure out the because this is round robin, it's almost an unfair disadvantage for them that I stream their matches, because now every team in the room knows that Seyberts at least won one, right?
Yeah.
And Team Michigan's going to lose one. But it's going to happen to all of them because they're all eventually going to be on the stream.
Yeah,
So,
that's true.
but I was like, you know, I'm not trying to be rude, but I don't think I can stream this match and not have a score.
Yeah, that's
Because they were like, we're not sure we can put the score on the stream. And I was like, oh, well, then you better do something.
right.
Give me different teams, because if I'm going to do the men's masters, I have to be able to see their score. There's no way I could sit here and just talk about the actual one game at a time.
Right.
That would be brutal, wouldn't it?
That's a good shot to get on that 7. Perfect speed.
Mark's making a nice little run here on this rack. He's going to roll the cue ball forward to shoot the 8 in the side. Pretty sure he's fine. I don't think he's hooked. Calling it in the left-hand side pocket. Take a big number.
Oh, that was a good out.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10-0 for Mark and Team Michigan. All right, so the last game of this match, Troy Gunner and Tyson Greer. Troy Gunner, their anchor for Team Seyberts, breaking the balls. All right, so Houston playing Rick Mansky on the right. Houston's looked pretty good in this match. He's looked pretty good considering he come in and I don't know if he hit any balls. And he didn't play in the singles. So I thought, I wonder what he's going to play like. No practice.
Right.
But he's played pretty good. Like, gone in there and did all right. Sarah, you can go get your drink. It's really not a big deal.
Well, I figured when this was over, I'll let Bob have his chair. And
It's not Bob's chair. Whoops, I just kicked that. I stomped my feet underneath the table. I wiggled my camera. Troy Gunner on the left from Team Seyberts to break. Houston trying to put a big number out for Team Michigan on the right.
trying to see his out here, so he's got 4 balls left.
What's up, Jay? This is a good jam, but I can't sing it because I don't want to get copyrighted.
Right. This is definitely one of the ones on our playlist.
Yeah. Morning.
Good morning.
I thought me even getting busy. I'm saying, I bet you guys, if you
can't help
guys know
yourself.
this song, like you'll know what song I'm singing.
No, we're all in the same time.
Okay. So Houston's making pretty quick work here. I'm trying to see. I don't know if the 6 goes up table. I don't think it goes up table. So Houston may try to come underneath it and just bump it out of there or hold it to shoot it in the corner, top left corner. So I don't think it goes top right. Yeah, he's just going to bump it out of there. Uh-oh. I don't know.
It's hard to tell. Initially, it doesn't look like it goes past there, but his body language indicates the same.
I'm still getting paid. I'm singing, trying not to use the specific words, but I shoot an arrow like Cupid. Just grab him in the biscuit.
Oh, did he miss that?
Yes, he is fouled. Tyson's giving up ball in hand to Troy Gunner.
See what Troy does with that. Troy just acknowledging to make sure.
That's one thing too with most leagues, and I think people should pay mention to this. Do not walk up there and just pick the cue ball up.
Yeah.
Make sure that you ask your opponent. I know it sucks, and your opponent, you know, they don't want to tell you yes, it's a foul, but they also know that they have to say yes or no. But if you pick it up without asking and that person doesn't believe they fouled, they'll call a foul back on you, and then it's a foul.
Yeah.
So
then you're in a spot.
Yeah. So just please, if you're playing in leagues or you're playing in a tournament, take just a second to ask before you pick up the cue ball, just to eliminate any issues or to have any problems going forward in your match. It's better to be safe than sorry.
Yeah, and I'm big on communicating with my opponent, letting them know what I'm doing, and always waiting for acknowledgement.
Yeah.
Did you see that I called that?
Yeah, that's absolutely. Yeah, you got to make sure that you're communicating, especially if you're making a combination or a bank shot or something.
Or a
like
safety.
Yeah, make sure you say what you're doing, so that your opponent knows, and make sure that they make eye contact and acknowledge you as well.
So everybody's emotions are a little heightened, right? So the last thing you want is any controversy or misunderstandings. So just best to be sure. That was a good stroke to get out of there.
Whose conversation am I picking
I'm
up?
not sure if it's right here.
Oh, it's Mark's. Okay.
I'm trying to remember the guy's name he's talking to. I've met him a few times.
It's Tad.
Yeah, that's right.
Tad Smith from Jackson.
Yeah, nice guy.
Plays good too.
Yep. Oh, there's Ruthie. Good morning, Ruthie.
Hi, hey, Mama. Mama Ruthie in the house. It's my best friend's mom, y'all. But we trade moms when we're drinking, because the old story is my mom won't answer my call late at night, but she'd answer Jen's, and Ruthie wouldn't answer Jen's call, but she'd answer mine. So we just traded moms when we would be drinking. I'd be like, we need a ride, Jen. Whose mom? She's like, you better call your mom. I'm like, I'm calling your mom. I'm not calling my mom. You call my mom. All right, so a little awkward here, queuing over the 9-8. Nice stroke by Matsky there. Good
Especially with
shot
that
by
cue ball.
Troy. Yeah.
That was a good shot by Troy. Right back in line.
And Rick from Team Seyberts on the right. And he stunned that ball forward a little bit.
Just to get off the rail, maybe?
Yeah, it's perfectly fine, but Ruthie says, I only get you girls when you're bad. We're never bad, Mama Ruth. All right, so 10-6 win over Houston Rodriguez for Rick Matsky. This is Troy Gunner and Tyson Greer's the last game of this match. I think he's okay. He is going to have to make a decent cut on the 10, though. Very good shots.
Now, with this 10, will he have to do anything with it to be on the 9, you think? Or just...
Well, there's a couple ways you could go about it. You can try to throw spin it with some low outside, but that's not usually my favorite. So I would probably say play short side on the 9.
come
Come
under
down
it.
table
Yeah.
and just come under it and shoot it up table. But it really depends on your preference, right? Like if you prefer to throw and spin the ball to the pocket.
Jen, she was busy.
All right, so definitely a preference. I don't know. It depends on how I'm feeling that day, to be honest.
And it's a little slow play, so I'm feeling like that takes into account, too. You might be able to hold it.
Yeah. Yeah, just play it with a center ball. Pocket it. Take your shots. Did he get the bump?
I think he bumped it. Yep.
That'll work. Yeah, that's what I said. Just take your lickings. You know,
Yeah.
center ball, make the ball. And take your lickings. You know that you're coming naturally towards the 9.
Yep.
You just don't want to scratch it. The only thing you don't want to do is scratch. Other than that, you know, the bumping or the holding, that's all preferential. That's the one thing about 8-ball is that so many shots are preferential. And people think that there's, you know, they're like, oh, they played the wrong ball.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Might
For
be
you,
the wrong
maybe.
ball for you.
Yeah. Well, he got real close to his work there. Should be fine. I don't think he's frozen.
I think it's not quite as close as it looks.
Yeah. Yeah. If you try to look through the shadows of the balls, let's go here.
Oh, yeah. Look a little closer.
A little better look.
I think he's...
Oh, it wiped its feet. Oh, it says ladies open final. This is from last night. Let's get rid of that. There we go. It's like, oh. Ladies open finals. What a good match. These guys, they look real nice. They're pretty ladies.
They're playing for
They're pretty ladies. All right, so Tyson's just going to get rid of that. This match, this rack. Let's refresh the score so I can give you a final score on these two fantastic teams. Looks like Tyson's going to win 10-7. So Troy's going to get 7. So that is 182 to 142. So Team Seyberts. So they did make back quite a few balls there at the end of the match. So 182 to 142. Team Seyberts victorious over Team Michigan. All right, guys, we're going to take a quick reboot on the stream. I'm going to fix up the scoreboard so we can see it a little bit better in our split screen mode. You guys make sure to come back when we're live. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please do so. That way you can hit your notifications for that subscription to get notified when we go live. And then you never miss a match. So this is Lonnie Fox Raymond, and you're watching the Michigan State Championships at Soaring Eagle Casino and Resorts.
Bye, everyone.